Almost 17 minutes after 6 a.m. and we've got our first sort of big issue here on 635 westbound. It's on these slick roads. It's our first one of the morning in the rainy spot. So we're going to check out how to get around this again. LBJ, it's the westbound side of 635. You see it's off to the right side. That's the best spot it could be in here at Josie. So as you try to approach 35, you're beyond the tollway. We don't see any major stack-ups back towards the tollway, so that's good news for us. I don't think you'll need to use an alternate route like Forest Lane or Beltline up to the north. So not enough of an ordeal this morning, and I think with the light traffic because of the holiday, it's just not going to turn into something big for you. But if you normally use LBJ westbound at Josie, maybe just 2-3 extra minutes to get around any kind of ordeal with some equipment that they may have to pull out. We look elsewhere and we see a slight issue on 183 eastbound. You're traveling from the mid-cities and trying to make your way in towards Irving, perhaps want to move on to that George Bush Turnpike. Right there at 161 is where we've got that broken down vehicle, but again, not a whole lot to see. Chris. In Westlake is where we have a problem right now. It's 114. You're moving eastbound. Perhaps you're coming over from Roanoke or down from Trophy Club. 114 eastbound, right there as you make the curve where 170 feeds in Alliance Gateway. That curve where you see the church and the couple of hotels, that's where we have this collision. So this one could slow us down again as we try to move over from 35W eastbound on 114. Anything in that area does tend to get a little tricky, so we'll watch this one closely for you and go ahead and pad in that extra time. We'll look at the rest of Tarrant County. It's beautiful this morning. We still don't have any congestion as we come anywhere near that north loop of 820 or make our way over towards the mid-cities. So that's great news for us. Such a relief. Here is Dallas County. We are seeing congestion along LBJ this morning, moving westbound. It starts for us around Preston and it stays very sluggish beyond the tollway until you get almost to Stemmons this morning. And we also see that all around downtown. 30 the Canyon, that's very average. But this is a little unusual. 45, 75 there around Lamar. It's already gotten very bulky for us, so we're probably padding in about 10 extra minutes already this morning. Little construction note later on today, 9 a.m. They're going to put up road work on 45, 75 to Woodall Rogers westbound. That will hurt us with one of those lanes on that ramp, and that really will turn ugly until about 3:30 today. So if you planned on moving through that area, might be a better idea today to use 35, or you could take Elm to move east and west through that area as well. At 6:14 this morning, one of the key things that Megan just said was flash flooding. So keep that in mind for your commutes and just plan on the extra time. No multitasking, you know the drill. Here we are traveling throughout Tarrant County. Things look very good for us in most spots. No trouble as we come down from Halton City and Blue Mound. No trouble as we come over through the mid-cities, and that's great news for us. We also look right now the Dallas side of things. Now, you do see some normal congestion as you enter in the downtown Dallas spot. Also, if you're coming up off of 20 on 408, and these are just brief brake lights in the normal spots, everything that you're used to seeing. We do, however, have a couple of side street issues this morning, and that's also on the Dallas side. The first one, probably the most important, is as you try to get onto Stemmons from Mockingbird. It's on the east side of the freeway. We see that we've got all lanes blocked. They're trying to move towards 35 from Mockingbird, and then the service road is also blocked. So there's a little road behind that Radisson just before you get to 35. It's called Brook River, and that will run you a little bit northbound. You can cut through that Radisson parking lot. Not that I said that. I didn't say that, officials. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, here's the other look. Harry Hines and Exchange, just a little bit of a problem there as with the side street wreck. Just keep in mind about that flooding as it goes throughout the day. Make sure you check the website because any kind of rain will mean lots of changing problems for you. So WFAA.com is your friend today. Justin. Okay, Megan's giving you a warning about this commute because it will definitely be an issue for us as we try to make our way this morning. We're going to talk first of all about a problem that we have in Dallas, and then we'll hit the rain. Here is I-30 westbound just past Lamar. Now we're jamming up to an 8. As we approach the problem around Lamar, you really drop down to just about 10 miles an hour. We're stacking up now beyond 7545. It's now made it to 2nd Avenue and 1st Street up to Elm and turning into Commerce would be a great idea this morning. Now, please expect for this to sit there for the next 45 minutes until 7:15, and then hopefully we'll see it clearing up for the rest of our morning commute. But this rain could really complicate things. And let's go ahead and look at what else is happening on our maps because we do have issues as we make our way elsewhere. Now, remember, Dallas County, you guys should expect to see more rain soon. So go ahead and plan on that extra time for you. LBJ moving up from Mesquite towards the High 5. Westbound side is where this is parked, right about Greenville. Someone in a broken down car. It's so hard on a Monday morning, as if Mondays weren't tough enough. Now we talk about Fort Worth. Normal congestion everywhere. Megan's showing you that west loop of 820 has all that rain, and then the downtown area also. So this is already compounding our trek both directions towards downtown. We're going to see that get a little more difficult, although Tarrant County does a pretty good job. DFW International Airport still looking pretty decent around here, but Denton County, you guys should expect to see things get more difficult for you as you try to make your way, especially southbound out of Denton County and in towards Dallas. Conley County still looks decent, but go ahead and plan on the extra time, and WFAA.com is a place to check before you leave. Just click and then drive. Jackie and Justin. Things have changed dramatically from our 5 a.m. hours, so we take a look right now at our hot spot as we try to move in towards downtown Dallas. This is 35E. You're heading northbound, and right there at Commerce Reunion is where all this action sits. Now we've got 2 lanes blocked, jamming to a 6 right now, so we're still rolling past this at about 20 to 30 miles an hour, which is actually pretty good. Now the delay currently is just before I-30. That will grow as the hour moves forward. Right now, Tyler up to Sylvan off to the west would be a great alternate route for you, and do not expect this to clear up or unwind before 7:30 this morning. We also check out what else is happening on our maps. I want to show you there is another problem in that same exact area on the opposite side. So we've got the 35E northbound problem again, no major delays yet, but now we have one on the southbound side of Stemmons, and this one hurts us as we try to move on to 30 to move eastbound. They had initially reported westbound, but it's actually eastbound, so you're wanting to move through the canyon. And you know, you could really jump onto Woodall instead. You could jump onto Woodall Rogers and then take Central Expressway off of that. That would get you east of the canyon and would be a great idea this morning, if I do say so myself. We check out the rest of us as we make our way this morning. Here is Tarrant County, and there's no trouble for you guys this morning. You've had a rough few days, so take it easy. Denton County looks wonderful as well, and then all of Collin and Rockwall County is beautiful. Now, if you normally use the Bush Turnpike, you need to know that the first of several closures happens tonight. So if you travel down from Frisco and Plano on the tollway, those southbound ramps onto the turnpike will close tonight about 8 o'clock, and it doesn't open again until tomorrow at 5. The NTTA needs to do some restriping along that freeway, so we'll keep you informed on all those changes. And of course, you can check out WFAA.com. You just click and then drive. Justin, I'll show you an incident on our maps. It's just a slight little problem. So if you're coming down perhaps from Addison or from Plano on the tollway moving southbound, right there at Alpha is where we've got this broken down vehicle. Another one is parked on LBJ as we move up from Mesquite, and this is 635 northbound right there about Town Center Boulevard with parked in the left lane. That's the worst spot it could be. And of course, we do still have some construction at Oates, so you might expect to see some delays in that area as well. Another one, 30 westbound, right there at Westmoreland as you leave Dallas heading over towards Grand Prairie and Arlington. So a slight struggle for you there. Tarrant County, you guys really looking good. You get a gold star on this Friday. Well, at 12 minutes before 7 a.m., I have a little bit of rough news for you if you're trying to move out of Mesquite or the East Garland area. Here we are in LBJ yet again. It's the westbound side, and we're trying to make our way just past Plano Road. Now, here's the good news. They have cleared off this broken down vehicle out of the HOV lane. So with him moved way over towards the shoulder, just a little bit of activity to see. We are trying to unwind. However, it managed to build up quite extensively before we were able to get that guy moved off, and we managed to cause another wreck in the HOV lane. So they're having to move that one over. They're having to exchange information. There's lots to see. So just keep in mind, if you're coming back from about La Prada, you'll start to see some brake lights. And then by the time you get to Kingsley here, it does open up again for you. So at least it is unwinding.
Do that again?
I am quite certain someone has knocked over their bowl of cereal and is really upset right now because that threw me a little bit. Here we are looking in Tarrant County, 35W as you make your way northbound. Normal congestion in that area, and we also see the same thing here on that north loop of 820. Pretty much also the same for those of us moving in Arlington 360 northbound trying to make it towards I-30. Everything in Dallas, well, it's a little bit slower and more congested than we would like if we approaching the downtown area, but for the most part everyone's playing nicely. We do not have a single incident to report throughout the Metroplex at this little captured moment in time, and Greg will give you a look at your day.